This is what if the WrestleMania 30 card looked like this. A quick recap of what actually happened at WrestleMania 30. The Usos retained the tag team titles against Los Matadores, the Real Americans, and Rybaxel. The main show kicked off with Daniel Bryan beating Triple H to qualify for the main event. Shield beat the New Age Outlaws and Kane. Cesaro won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the inaugural one. John Cena ended Bray Wyatt's undefeated streak. Brock Lesnar ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. AJ Lee retained her title against every other diva at the time on the roster, and Daniel Bryan beat Batista and Randy Orton to win the World Heavyweight title. So there is a bonus match I want to talk about, and that's Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. I do think that Brock would win, go on to SummerSlam, beat John Cena, like the regular timeline. But then who takes on The Undertaker? Well, if we're using this card, pretending that The Rock and Brock are on this card instead of Undertaker Brock, which is already announced for this card, which was planned. I'm going to put Seth Rollins in that spot. And this is Seth Rollins not ending the streak, but he comes pretty damn close, like everybody else. And I do think this is one of Undertaker's better matches at WrestleMania. And then I think we just continue on without Brock breaking the streak, and then maybe Roman Reigns breaks the streak, which I always thought should have happened anyway. But let's go down to Roman and Dean. So if this is the card and we don't have Brock and Rock, where do I put Seth Rollins? I might have him win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and be like, well, that's the only place I can really think of putting him, because this is going to be a stat card unless he gets like a one-on-one match somewhere else. But I would also throw the New Age Outlaws in there just to say where they would go, because we see Kane's already in the card, on the card rather. Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. They were pushing him as the big new thing, and they wanted to push him as the face of the company. Roman wins, and maybe he drops the title around SummerSlam. Yeah, because he won the title at Survivor Series. No, that's next year. I don't know. No, he won the title, and maybe he drops it to Randy Orton, because they have a match with Randy Orton, or retains against Randy Orton or something at SummerSlam that year. Doesn't matter. I don't know if this is a long title reign. I think he can lose it at the same time Dean Ambrose lost it. He can reign till SummerSlam. That's not that important. I also would have liked this to be a triple threat match, but like, there's no, we can't define the card. Now we have the Big Show versus Kane, and with Big Show not being the last one to be eliminated from the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I'm going with Cesaro. Excuse me, I'm going with Seth Rollins, and I don't think Cesaro's in the match in my little fantasy of how this card is going. As we already discussed, Kane was in the six-man tag, and well, now he's here. Who do I have win? See, I don't remember these two like feuding. So going into the, I remember them feuding. I don't remember them feuding heading into this match. So like this card rather, but like Big Show doesn't win at WrestleMania too often, so I can see Big Show losing with corporate Kane getting help from like, I don't know, is JB Noble and Mercury around at this point? No, I don't think they are, but like Triple H maybe, distraction. I don't know, something like, even you could put that could be the debut of Mercury and Noble, but like that's not the play. I'm just gonna say Kane wins. Daniel Bryan versus oh, excuse me, Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. See, I would love this to be a 2 out of 3 falls match, even though it didn't say that right there, and because I would love Bryan just hit the what I call the golden knee, pin Sheamus 1, 2, 3, and it's in 17 seconds or less. But I think Bryan would have to win this anyway, because he was the biggest thing on this card. As we know from the real timeline, he won the world title. He was forced in because the fans did WrestleMania. So I can't see Bryan losing. But like in the WWE timeline, maybe they do lose. But like, I'm predicting that Daniel Bryan would win the match. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. We had CM Punk versus Triple H has to go the same way as Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, in the sense that CM Punk would win. And I would probably put Punk, Bryan, and Batista in a triple threat match at Backlash, because I think Batista would have won if Daniel Bryan didn't get so hot. And that's where I'm going with Batista beating Randy Orton to become the World Heavyweight Champion and the show, the booze. But I don't see that's a bad thing. And I think that's my first what if in the books. So join me on Monday for the My Valentine retrospective. Join me on Wednesday for What If Ash was sponsored by Giovanni. And join me next week where we'll do a What If I was in charge of booking the WrestleMania 30 card. In the meantime, you guys stay nice. You guys stay nice for disability rights. And I'll see you next week.